Hey guys, how's it going? So yesterday was my last day of college ever. So I'm kind of excited about that. I think it's kind of cool. But it's a bit sort of, I don't know, poignant or sad or something as well, because for the last 10 years of my life, a really big part of me has been focused on science and focused on doing like lab work, lab assignments, all that kind of stuff. And now that I'm finished, well, I still have my exams to sit, but after I sit my exams, I'm going to be kind of shifting the focus away from science, which is going to be an interesting and different change. It's something that I'm really excited about, but it's sort of the end of an era as well, because like for basically half my life I've been very heavily focused on scientific career, scientific work, and now I'm sort of moving away from that. So it's a bit of a change. It's quite exciting and quite different. So I've got two assignments that I've got left to do. They piled on the assignments at the end of term, which was a bit ridiculous because we were supposed to be studying for our finals at that point, but whatever. So I've got my two assignments that I have to get done, and they're due in next Friday, but I hope to get them finished over the weekend. And then I have basically just to study for my exams, and my exams are about 3 weeks away. And I'm sitting 8 papers, and I thought I might go through what my papers are. I've got my exam structure here, and I thought I might go through it and just let you know what papers I'll be sitting, just in case you're interested. I don't know if you will be or not, but last year when I did stuff about my exams, people were kind of interested in it, so I thought I might go over this, considering it's my last chance to do it. So the course is split up. Like exams are only worth about 1/3 of the course. I also had my thesis to write, which was another third, and then 1/3 of the course is based on continuous assessment, which is the assignments that we've been working on throughout the year. So I've got 2/3 of the course handed up and done pretty much. So exams are kind of just polishing it off, seeing if you can get those extra few points to get as high a grade as possible. So, like I said, I've got 8 exams, and I've got a general essay paper, which is 3 hours long, and I have to answer 2 out of 12 questions on that. And the thing about the general essay paper, it's set into 2 sections. Section 1, you answer 1 out of 6 questions, and Section 2, you answer 1 out of 6 questions. But the thing I don't like about it is that one of the sections can actually be asked on anything in relation to the environment at all. Like, I study environmental science, in case you don't know, and it can be related to anything. Like, it's not course material based at all. So half of that exam is just on any random topic that our lecturers choose out of the ether, which it's kind of a scary prospect. Like, they gave us a lot of choice, it's true, but it's still, you know, there's a good bit of pressure on us for that exam, and there's no real way to prepare yourself for it. I mean, you can try reading like what's going on in the world with the environment at the moment and things like that, but it's a very tough one to prepare for. And yeah, I'd be a bit worried about that exam. I'd say that one and the problem paper are going to be the hardest ones. And the problem paper is my second exam, and it's 2.5 hours long. And you answer 2 out of 3 questions on that, so there's really little choice on that. And only one of the questions on that is based on course material, so 2 of the other questions are the same, just kind of plucked out of the ether, whatever our lecturers and examiners kind of wanted to ask us about. So those 2 are kind of the scary papers, and they're also, I think, the first 2 that we sit, which puts a bit of pressure on us. You know, it's like, it's a bit tough to be opening up with what I'd say are the 2 hardest papers. And then after that, all of my other exams are exams based on the modules that I sat. So they are 1.5 hours long, and you answer 2 out of the 3 questions. But the big difference there is that we're being examined on material that we've actually been taught, which is obviously something that's a lot more straightforward. So I've got all of my lecturers' notes, and I've got all the notes that I took throughout the year sort of ready and set out. So I'm going to get my past papers for those exams, and I'll be studying those over the next while, and hopefully I should do alright in them. I did alright in my exams last year, so hopefully I'll be able to improve a bit fingers crossed, but at least keep up the grades that I got last year. I'd be happy with that. So my first one of the module exams is water technology, which is based on water treatment, understanding water dynamics, things like that, and how you kind of prevent pollution and stuff going into the water bodies and the groundwater. And then my next exam is global environmental change, which is pretty much what it says on the tin, understanding how the environment is changing globally and basically what's causing it, what's driving it, and any mitigation that can possibly be done. Then I have plant community ecology, which is the study of how plants interact with each other in their communities and their choice of habitat, succession, that kind of thing. And then I have environmental impact assessment, which is sort of like a legislation based course. And environmental impact assessment, it's the one where you're looking at things like scoping exercises, looking at the impacts that developments will have on the environment, and understanding the laws that govern how these developments can be put forth and how they can be decide whether or not they can go ahead or not, to minimize the impact on the environment. Then I have estuarine ecology, which is the ecology of the estuarine environment. I know it's all ecology and environmental stuff, but like that's the science. So estuarine ecology is basically like at river mouths, like just where the river meets the sea, the ecology of what goes on there. So it's a lot of stuff to do with the sediment, the algae, and the fish and shellfish that would be living around that area. And then finally I have my option subject, which is understanding environmental change. And understanding environmental change, it was a straightforward enough subject, but the assignment that we handed up for it, he marked it really badly. I was looking back at it, and we are going to be lodging complaints about this, because if you're looking through it, you'll see a page with graphs on it, and it'll have the graph, all the axes is clearly labelled, title on the graph and everything, and a legend on it and everything, and there'll be notes like no access title, no legend. So I don't understand how he could have missed them, considering they're so blatantly there. But if he didn't even notice that there was legends on our graphs, then God knows what other stuff he missed while he was correcting it. So we are going to be complaining about that, and hopefully we'll be able to get our grade picked up in that, because we got 52% in that, and that's the lowest I've done in anything in any assignment that I handed up this year, and I think last year included as well. And it's just we thought we had done really good work, so like I said, we're going to be complaining about that. But I also have to study that subject quite hard, because in case we don't get any extra marks or any recorrection done on that exam, I'm going to need to seriously pull up the grade with that exam. So I'm going to be studying understanding environmental change pretty heavily. But fortunately, understanding environmental change and global environmental change kind of tie in with each other. They're two very similar topics that we're being examined on. So it should be, beneficial to both exams, studying that pretty heavily. So yeah, those are my exams that I am studying, and they are taking place in about 3 weeks. And they take place over the course of about 10-12 days. So that's basically what I'm going to be focusing on for the next little while, and then I will be done with college, and it's just waiting to get my grades back and get my degree, assuming I don't fail miserably. I don't think I will. I think I'm pretty much already passed based on my continuous assessment, and assuming how I'm going to do on my thesis. You never know, my thesis could be brutal and I could be dragging my grade back up to a pass with the exams, but hopefully I won't be. So yeah, I'm going to get back to organising my notes, and I have to put together a study timetable. But yeah, I just thought you guys might be interested in what I'm doing at the moment, and it's basically exams. So I will see you guys around and talk to you soon. Okay, bye.